Hello, hello. I'm reading some comments here. Jason says, welcome to the Zen Den, everyone, first of all. Jason says, it's Wednesday, it's springtime. What better place to be than the Zen Den? Good evening, Jeff. Jason, thank you so much. I really appreciate you clicking in. You are right. It's springtime. It's gorgeous. I live in the Northwest, as you know, and it's gorgeous here. Just an absolutely beautiful spring day. And hello from Connecticut, Simsbury. I don't know where that is. I bet it's near where I've been before. Hey, Gary, how are you? MJP says hi. Oh, okay. I don't know this company playing my Shedville alto piece. Such incredible joy. Okay. Caesar, we're going to have a lesson on Friday, right? Looking forward to it. It's interesting. I really enjoy teaching. I always have. And I'm passing on to Caesar some techniques that my teacher, Leo Potts, told me about where to put your air. It's not just blowing and moving your fingers around. You have to have, mentally put the notes somewhere. And when we do that, Caesar can agree, the line becomes beautiful and it starts to make sense, musically speaking. So it's exciting to watch that unfold. And hello, Carrie. Welcome, and thank you for coming in. Sigh of relief now, yes. Enjoy another Zen Den episode. I'm so happy you can relax here. I've got, let's see here. Oh, Jacob, hello. Hey, Jacob, I just confirmed that my group, Coastal Access, the guys that are on the album, we're all available, and we're going to be playing at Spaghettini's Sunday, June 13th. June 13th. So that is giving us plenty of time to get our vaccinations and all that, so we're all healthy and safe. But I'll be at Spaghettini's in Seal Beach, California, one of our favorite clubs. So I'm looking forward to that. So I'll see you guys there. Hey, Dee, how's it going? You're in California. Yeah, the weather is like crazy hot, right? Lucky. When I take a walk every day and I look like I'm a burglar. I hope someone doesn't mistake me for a burglar. I just happen to have all black. I'm not trying to be invisible. It's just the color I have for my sweats. And it's cold still, even though it's sunny. So I wear my black gloves, my black sweatshirt, black sweatpants, and a black cap. So I really look like a burglar, and I've got a surgeon's mask on. I look like a socially conscious burglar. How's that? Hey, Jim, welcome. Yes, the new CD. Thanks for reminding me. The new CD is called Sunrise, and very excited about it. I mean, I've been talking about it. That's half the reason why we do these. There it is. There's the cover right there. Let me click this out of the way. Go ahead and put it up, Daniel. There you go. Sunrise. That's an interesting picture. It was taken in Bellingham, Washington by young photographer Joshua Flynn, really talented guy. He did my last cover too. And just the most interesting set of structures in this one park area that are so interesting to look at, so we thought we'd capture some kind of cool pictures up there. Let's see. Who else we got coming in here? Debbie Brooks, watching from Lansdowne, Virginia. Very nice. And Jacob says his and Janice's anniversary is on the 16th. That's perfect. Perfect. We have just the song to play for you then. Yeah. And let's see here. Hey, Vinny. Vincent Iowa. Good to see you, Vinny. I see Vincent's names on the radio charts. He's a fine saxophone player, and I see him on there all the time. So we're both in the mix doing it, doing our best. Malik from Connecticut, very nice. John Hausman from Spokane. I love Spokane. The aforementioned Leo Potts lives in Spokane, now my teacher. We still text each other and go back and forth all the time. So let's see. Well, I had mentioned the CD. So this week it will actually be, I'm going to play a couple songs. I got them all queued up here. And because in past weeks I've had guests on and I wasn't able to get to all the playing all the songs. So I've got a few more to try to answer some requests, doing my best here. And then next week, so normally we do every other week, but we have to shift it partly because of my school schedule. So we're going to do another Zen Den episode, number 10, next 1 week from tonight, next Wednesday, April 7th. And I'm going to have a ton of guests. I'm going to have the entire Coastal Access Band. They're going to be chiming in one at a time or as a big group. I'm not sure how we're going to do it yet. I'm not sure how much the system can take, but you'll see everyone. We're talking about Dave Hooper, Melvin Davis, Dave Kohansky, and Mark Stevens, and Alan Hines, and Ronnie Gutierrez. That's 6 people at least I know of that can do it. So looking forward to it. We're just going to talk, and I got some, I mentioned I was going through some old video footage a couple weeks ago, and I got some footage of us when we went to Germany to record an album called Simple Truth. So I'll play a couple cuts of that and just recording different things. And speaking of the past and recording and memories, this song that I'd like to play for you right now is called Peace of Mind. It's the title track from a CD from, I forget how many CDs ago, quite a few. And the impetus for the song is, it was a sleepless night. Every musician knows about the NAMM show. It's a convention in Anaheim, California. So I was at the NAMM show. It's a very stimulating event. You see every kind of saxophone, guitar, bass, drum, electronic ever made. So it's fun. It's a trade show. So you're just kind of like also stimulated at the end of the evening. So sure enough, there I am in the Best Western on Harbor Boulevard, eyes wide awake, because I couldn't sleep because it's such a stimulating day. And I was staring at the smoke alarm in my Best Western hotel room at 2 in the morning. And it had a light on it, a red blinking light. I don't know if that meant something bad or, but it was a certain tempo. It was this tempo right here. And I was just picking up on the tempo, kind of meditating on it. And this bass line, which you're about to hear, came into my head. And this is where the song comes from 2 in the morning, a sleepless night. And it gave me peace of mind to write the song and think of the melody. So that's why I call this Peace of Mind. So here is Peace of Mind. And if you allow me, I'm always going to try to push the envelope a little bit. In the past, I've done the exciting split camera, which is this, right? So you get a side view and a front view. Okay, all right, that's okay. This week, I've got more cameras and exciting stuff. I'm going to try to do something where this system will kind of randomly play all the shots, just to keep it interesting. It's like I have a cameraman here, even though it's just me. So let's give this a shot. It could go terribly wrong. No matter what happens, I'm going to keep on playing. So here is Peace of Mind. All right. That's a fun tune. So that's Peace of Mind, and again, featuring the Coastal Access Band. That particular one, I think that session, yep, I looked at some videotape to confirm. That was Lenny Castro on percussion on that one, and Greg Matheson on the B3 organ as our special guest on that track. Sorry, I forgot to front my camera. Hold on. Got to stop the... There we go. Sorry. You were looking at a wall. The thing about Peace of Mind that I remember is that we recorded that. We always start with the drums when we record these albums. So we were in LA recording Dave Hooper at a studio that I don't know if it's still in existence. I think it's not. It's called Entourage, right there in North Hollywood. And it's a great studio. And they have really good gear, like really good mics, really good room, really good mic pre's. It's all the stuff that you want, as a musician. So we were recording Dave, got the drum sounds, and right when he started playing this tune, my phone rings, and it's my wife Shantae, and she tells me she's like so excited that our daughter Catalina just walked for the first time. It was very, you know that I'm talking about. All the parents know what I'm talking about. It's a big deal. And the way she did it was she was on the one end of the couch we still have upstairs, and she was she was standing on it and kind of like basically fell the distance, like running across and fell on the other side, but she didn't fall down. She just kind of fell forward and moved her legs and was able to walk by herself. It was very exciting. And now that young lady is looking at college acceptance letters now. Where how time flies. It's a little bit bittersweet and very beautiful at the same time. But so she's off to college next year, which means we're empty nesters. But that's one thing about COVID. I gotta say, it's been wonderful to see my wife and our daughter Kat like every day, all day. I think it's been great. It's been great. I don't know if they'd agree, but I think it's been great. Cool. Oh, voice mic is low. Okay, thank you. All right. I can fix it. Yeah, it's a new microphone. I'm trying to, as soon as I get comfortable, I'll try to change a bunch of stuff. Is this better for you? Is that better? Hopefully it is. Let me know. Yeah. Thank you, Malik. Appreciate it. Time does fly, man. It's a real thing for everybody, right? We're going to look back at this year, all of us, and hopefully with some fond memories, right? It's been a long one, but we're coming out of it. If we pre-order your new album, will you autograph it? Of course, Alexandra. Without a doubt, I will sign everyone. As a matter of fact, if you don't want me to sign it, definitely let me know. Some people don't, If you don't, just say, please don't sign it. I won't be offended. It's okay. Otherwise, I'm just going to sign everyone. And we're on schedule. I've just checked with mix engineer Young Lee, who's, even as we speak, is in South Korea mixing the songs. And my wife is doing the graphic design. Everyone's got their job to do, and we're going to get it done. And I'll be receiving my copies, I'll be receiving your copies on April 20th, and I'll mail them out as soon as I can, like that same day. They'll go out, so you get them that week. Very cool. Thank you for the well wishes, everyone. Oh, Brazil. Oh boy, I'd love to go there. Truly would. Cool. Let's see. I'm going to work on my voice a little bit to maybe make it a little easier to hear. I'm not sure. Maybe some high end or something like that. I got technology here. All right. Very good. And I had another request that a few weeks back. I apologize for not getting to, like I said, to all these songs. But we're getting through them slowly but surely. This one is written by Dave Kohansky, who will be the guest, one of the guests next week. And beautiful song called Because of You. So I'd like to play it for you right now on the tenor sax. Let me get warmed up first. Okay, hold on. I really decided I didn't want to play that song. The life of a saxophone player and equipment. Thank you very much. I'm glad you enjoyed that. Appreciate that. That's one of those kind of grooves you can just sit on it for a long time and just. As a matter of fact, I don't play that song live very often, but for this upcoming touring season, which I guess apparently starts in June, I'm gonna start playing that again. And we can open it up and really just, feel the love, right, on stage. That's gonna be fun. Looking forward to it. I know you guys are too. You've been so patient with, but what can you do? But live music is coming back and coming back strong. Just slowly but surely, the gigs that were booked, back in whatever, 2020, that got pushed to 21, and some of them fell into 2022. All that stuff is coming back. We're starting to kind of percolate up and hearing from promoters and whatnot. So it's very exciting to see the machinery of the business start to, show some signs of life. It's really nice. So, absolutely. Yes. Thanks, Smith. Let's see. Oh, you're asking about Jazz Alley this year. I was supposed to play with. I'm going to talk to you while I adjust my read. I was supposed to play with Danny Serafine, who's the original drummer for Chicago. Wonderful. He's like 72 years old, and he takes these incredible drum solos when he plays. But I was going to play with him, and they pushed it back. They pushed it back to. Oops, sorry. Sorry about that, folks. They pushed it back to September, I think, we're playing there. So it is open. I think people are playing there, but I'm not playing there till September. So looking forward to that when it happens. It's a really fun gig. We did it a couple times over at the Kirkland Performing Arts Center, and one in, I toured with his band called CTA, California Transit Authority. It's basically ends up being sort of a tribute to Chicago, as he was the founding member, and Michelle Abrams puts on a great show in concert for cancer. So we did it a few years back, and raised a lot of money for cancer research, and had a great time playing some classic rock music. It's something to play like 25 or 6 to 4, the horn part, when it kicks in like that with the original drummer. It's very exciting. It's like, wow, I can't believe this is happening. So we had some fun with that. Yeah. Let's see here. Oh, hey, Carol. Welcome. The clapping, the saxophone, and a little mandu, which is my favorite kind of dumpling. There he is. Oh, hey, Jim. Do you have a favorite venue to play? There are quite a few venues I like playing. And I'll be honest with you, I'm not these days, and obviously I'm not very picky. If you guys show up, and it sounds so corny, but it's the truth. If you show up, it's my favorite venue. If you show up and there are people there, I'm happy to be there and happy to make music. And having said that, one of them is the Warren Hill Cancun Jazz Festival was memorable. It was just so beautiful to be there. I had a couple days off, so I got a chance to do some sightseeing, and it was a lot of fun. That's a memorable one. I love the Bottom Line in New York City. I haven't played there in years. The Beacon Theater in New York City, just because they're so iconic, and so many albums that I've listened to were recorded there, so it was kind of fun to play there. Place that's closed, near and dear to my heart, is Rockefeller's in Houston, Texas. Caravan of Dreams, I think, is also closed. I mean, I'm just basically naming all the clubs that have closed. But I've actually had really fun times playing in little tiny restaurants too, that weren't really built for music. It's just, if the crowd's there and the band's good, it doesn't matter where you are at all. It's all good, That's a good question. Thank you for that. Let's see. I think I might want to play some alto next. This song, I forgot I had it. A couple people have asked for songs that are a certain period, like just before the digital revolution, so that's hard for me to find the original tracks. And a lot of the original tracks exist on what they call 2-inch tape, and no one has a 2-inch tape machine anymore. So if they're only on those 2-inch tape machines, I can't pull them off to recreate them, at least not yet. So it's like having a boat. You don't want a boat, you want a friend with a boat. So I don't want a 2-inch tape machine. I want a friend with a 2-inch tape machine because they're huge. They're the size of a VW Bug. This song was co-written by the great Jeff Lorber, and as I was playing it, practicing it, and kind of running through it, you can hear him playing his wonderful, mini moog, little fills here and there. It's so Jeff Lorber, and I hate to play over him, so I'll be careful to not cover him up because it's really cool. It's called Every Now and Then. Let's see, it's from the Another Door Open CD. That's right. Going back, that's now 20 years old. What? 20 years old. Can you believe it? My goodness. Okay, so let me do some switching here. off my microphone. Hold on. It fell off my neck strap. Hold on. There we go. Thought things sounded kind of funny. There we go. All right, all right. So, folks, you have any... this is actually going to be a little bit shorter show than usual. No guests, only a few songs to share with you, but it's kind of priming you. The reason why I'm having this show today is basically to tell you about next week, where I mentioned I'm going to have the members of Coastal Access. So I've been playing with these guys for so long, and not like on the road, like a road group, because sorry, I got my looper on. It's that everyone was so busy with other artists, like Melvin Davis plays with Shaka Khan and Lee Ritenour and Gerald Albright, so he's like always on the road between the three of them. Alan Hines has been out with Gino Vanelli. He used to actually play with Hiroshima years ago, out with Gino Vanelli, and he actually has become quite a sort of a guitar hero in the guitar world and does clinics in Japan. So he's going back and forth to Japan and Europe, and Dave Hooper's been busy with everyone in the smooth jazz arena, like everybody. He's been on the Cause cruises. I'm sure you know Dave from being on those cruises. Who else? Ronnie Gutierrez is also, along with Dave, playing percussion for everybody. I mean, everybody. Warren Hill, Mindy, Dave, everybody. It's just really great to see all my friends working, but the thing is, we're never, ever available on the same day. So it's a rare occasion when we can actually play together as a group, and those are always sort of fun reunions for us. So anyway, next week everyone's available, so we're going to hang out. You're welcome. What we're going to do is, this is the final stage of the album that I've been working on for so long, and we submit the files on Monday. In other words, it goes to the manufacturer. So then it takes a couple weeks, and then I get my copies. So it's basically the final stage, a little celebration party, and we're going to have a listening party. We're going to listen to the album. I don't think we're going to play all the tracks, but a great many of them, and you'll get a chance to preview it and see if something you want to incorporate into your playlist in your car, right? Let's see. Okay, thank you. There's a little link there in the chat. If you are interested in getting this CD for pre-order, you can do it. Click on there. It takes you to my website where you can order it. And when you order it, in your receipt is, a very heartfelt thank you from me, but also 2 digital download links to the first 2 singles, Given In and The Night Is Young. You can actually start listening tonight. Yes. You can have your own 2 MP3s to start listening tonight. And then the rest of the CD will come to you towards the end of the month. Right? Cool. What do I want to play? Hey, I should probably play, I'm thinking I should probably play the title track to the CD. But I wanted to play something else first. Let me think. Let's see let me just play. I'll tell you what, if you wouldn't mind, if you'll indulge me, I wouldn't mind just playing a little bit freely. I have no idea what I'm going to play. And then I'll play the title track to the CD. It's funny, I actually played this many weeks ago. Maybe it was more than a month ago. It had a different title, had a different mix. But anyway, it's called Sunrise, which is the title track to the new CD. And the original title was Hopeful. So, and the two go together as far as I'm concerned. Sunrise brings hope, for sure. And on this track, features wonderful, and I do mean wonderful, Ron Reinhardt. And so he helped me out and played some beautiful keyboard, piano, and a little bit of synth work. And it's just an ace player, both live and in the studio. So you'll hear him. But first, I'll play a little bit by myself, and then we'll get into Sunrise. How's that sound? Okay. right, Sunrise, title track to the brand new CD. And it's been a fun journey. This is an interesting CD for me because in the past, if you have a compositional idea, we have computers and great software samplers and all that. And you can call up an oboe sampler or a French horn sample and come pretty close. But I decided to take it from that level to the next level and actually hire human beings to play those beautiful instruments. And was really pleased with the great musicianship offered by, I'll talk a lot more about it next week, so I won't go too much detail, but these wonderful musicians, everyone played their hearts out and really brought the music to life and adds a whole other dimension. So it's the album's 10 songs, and it's a collection of well, you're kind of hearing the vibe of it, kind of contemporary jazz. I hesitate to call it smooth jazz. It's absolutely smooth, and you can enjoy it in that way with a glass of wine or whatever. But it's contemporary jazz, and we take you on some journeys here. We starts with a song called Sunrise, and gets into some funky stuff and some toe tapping stuff and some sort of sexy, seductive stuff, and then we launch into a fusion tune called The Journey, and kind of take you on a bit of a journey through this album and into some a fiery Latin number that features Philippe Sace on marimba. He plays marimba on it, and it features Alan, of course, on guitar and wonderful brass section. And what I was going to say is it is not the normal thing. I guess that's what I'm trying to say. You'll have a lot of variety, and I think you'll enjoy it. I hope you enjoy it. And so the album comes to a close with a sort of a symphonic piece called Saratoga, which is a redo of a song I wrote earlier in my career, and I decided to redo it again with real French horns and real trumpets and trombones and oboe, and it's really fun to do. And then there's like a little reprise at the very end, and we call it Sunset. So it goes from sunrise to sunset. And if you are curious about this kind of thing, as you listen to the CD, it took a long time to get the order right, it ends with sunset. And tonally, it keeps on, it goes up from the second to last song to sunset. And then if your CD player is on repeat and goes back to the top of the CD, it goes up another key. So it feels like the earth, it moves the way the earth does. It goes from one day into the next. And so I hope you enjoy it, listening to the whole thing. Sort of, I want it to be an experience for you. So I'm very excited about it. I wonder if you could play When It Feels Good. You know what? Let me do it. Okay. Give me 2 seconds here. Well, I've got to do two things at once. I've got to find it, and then I got to talk to you guys. I will do it. I'd love to do it for you. I found it. Okay. Let's see. And also, I was going to say that right now, I'm on a break from the college. We just had our finals and did our grades, put the grades in for the students. And we're going to start spring quarter on Monday. We don't get much of a break, so I'm looking forward to that. And I'm still running this thing called the Shoreline Community College Virtual Ensemble. So what this is, it's basically a big band where everyone records their own parts. Everyone records themselves playing, and then they upload the audio and the video files, and I sew them together into a video. And it's a lot of fun, and I would extend it to you. If you are a musician who wants to improve your skills, email me, jeff@jeffkashiwa.com. I'd love to get you into this ensemble. We're working remotely. There was a time there where my trumpet player was living in Park City, Utah. My current lead alto player, wonderful player, is living in San Clemente. And here I am in Seattle, Washington, running this ensemble. So it doesn't matter where you live. It can be in any country. You can register for the course. It's a lot of fun. And through it, I've noticed that even though we're not physically together, we actually talk. We meet on Zoom to talk about the charts, and then I send everyone on their way to record their parts. But you learn a lot about yourself in the studio. I can certainly attest to that. So think about that. If you know someone, and it's open to high school students too. We have a lot of Running Start students doing it. So as a matter of fact, this is exciting. My daughter Kat has come out of retirement from the flute. She hasn't played it since she was in the eighth grade. It's been a while, but she's going to play flute in the ensemble, so that's going to be fun. Okay, without any further ado, oops, let's see, what am I doing here? Without any further ado, I'm going to play When It Feels Good, and I'll tell you the story about this song. I think I told it before, so I'll make it brief, but it looks like we might have some new listeners. This was co-written by Kim Waters, and he came up with some really cool funky vibe on this thing, and I came up with the melody, and it was on an album called Back in the Day, and that was that. I don't even think it went to radio. It was just on the album, but somehow Tom Hanks' production company got a hold of it, the Tom Hanks, and got an email from them asking if they could use it in a major motion picture, a Paramount motion picture featuring Tom Hanks and Julia Roberts called Larry Crown. And right now you can feel free to Google Larry Crown because it might not be on the tip of your tongue, but it's about this guy who works at Target and loses his job and goes back to a community college to get retrained, and in doing so falls in love with the speech teacher who is played by Julia Roberts. And they use the song in the movie in a funny scene where Julia Roberts, who was then her character, is married to Bryan Cranston, and they are basically on the edge of a divorce, and this is the fight that ends their marriage. It's a very funny fight though, and they're leaving a restaurant, and as they leave the restaurant, this is the song you hear just like really quietly in the background, way underneath the very funny banter, and they're screaming at each other in a funny way in the 12 and a half seconds of the song, or in the movie. So, you know what? I'm going to use this to sort of close out this evening. I'll come back and say hi, but it's, like I said, it's going to be a tiny bit shorter show this evening. I'm going to play When It Feels Good for you right now. Okay? Here we go. Here we go. it feels good. You guys feel good out there? I sure hope so. I feel good. Thank you so much. That movie, the movie is pretty funny, I gotta say. It's a very charming film. It falls under that category. Oops, sorry. Got this thing rubbing on my shirt. All right. Hey, thank you, Bobby. Appreciate that. Appreciate that. Always working on the sound, right? Right? Monica says, where have I been? Oh, you know what? Tell you what you can do. There's a couple of different options. You can, sorry, I always forget to turn off my camera. A couple different options for you if you're interested in checking out the different shows. This is show number 9, and there are, I think, a total of 10. Looking for my camera switcher. Hold on. There we go. Back to the living. Yeah, this is show number 9, and you can go to YouTube, type in my name, and I have a YouTube channel there, and you'll see all the different shows, and you click on them and watch them. And I've also got the ZenDen.com up and running. And basically, all it is right now is a host. It's a site where you can go and watch all the Zen Den shows, of course, and also some tutorial stuff for all the musicians out there. I occasionally make tutorial videos on like orchestration. Actually, what those orchestration videos were some screen recordings, you know, showing like a score and me talking and playing the music while we were arranging some of the songs for the new CD. So you'll actually get to open the hood and look inside the arrangements of the songs. Dave Kohansky and I were arranging a song together. And so we're going back and forth with ideas. And so that's what those videos are. So if you're interested in that kind of thing, please go check it out. Sort of a behind the scenes look at the making of this brand new CD called Sunrise. Like I said, next week, 1 week from today, we usually do every other week, but next week, on April 7th, you're going to meet the Coastal Axis Band. They are pretty fun guys, and they're really the best of the best. I'll be posting it so you can Google their names and see how impressive their credits are, really. I mean, if they weren't friends, I could never afford them. Put it that way. I knew them when they were cheap, and we locked in the price then. Anyway, they are the world's best musicians, and I'm so proud and happy to be associated with them. So, all right, folks. Thank you once again for listening. My apologies for any audio and or camera mishaps. It's all new stuff. I'm always trying to improve the system, and sometimes things go wrong. So, but I'm glad you could be here to join me. So I will see you next week, right? Next week. And until then, have a wonderful, wonderful week. Enjoy the spring weather wherever you are. And stay safe. And we'll see you next week. Good night.